Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. And man, I'm glad you guys showed up tonight. We got a fun night planned for y'all. We got some awesome people on the panel. We got a rock and rolling side chat out there. I mean, already it's just going on. And we'll say hi to the side chat here in a few minutes, but I'll introduce some of the panel. And since it's hard for me to stop sometimes and read all the side chat deals, but what I do is I highlight them and just to show that, you know, I'm seeing them and I hope I don't miss anybody. So as we get started here, let's bring on some panelists, okay? So at first we got Chris from the 740. How you doing, buddy?
Good, Hillbilly. Thanks for the invite. Glad to be here. We're going to have fun.
You bet you, man. Glad to have you on here. So anyway, up next, we got Walter. Walter. How you doing, buddy? Can't hear you, bud. That's okay. We'll just bring somebody else out. Okay, we got Bubba. How you doing, Bubba?
Howdy, y'all.
We're glad you can make it, along with everybody else. And Walter, anytime, man, just unmute and you're welcome to say hi or whatever. So anyway, I'm sorry here. Get a feedback from somewhere. So anyway, we got MacMan showing up here. How you doing, buddy?
I am good. Thanks for the invite. And hi to everybody on the panel. Hi to everybody out in that side chat. It seems to be bouncing already. It's going to be a good show. Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on.
You bet, man. Glad to have all you guys on. So anyway, sitting back here in the green room in his easy chair, eating the yellow M&Ms, we got Mark Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. How are y'all?
Oh, man. Doing great. If I did any better, I don't know what I'd do with myself.
We were supposed to have a long day of rain and wind and miserable weather. And boy, about 10, 11 o'clock this morning, it was just blue sky, beautiful. I actually went out and mowed the grass for the first time this year. Took a motorcycle ride, did a little bit of leather work, a little bit of reloading in the garage. It's been a great day.
All right, buddy. Sounds fun, man. All right. Well, we'll bring on next here. We'll bring on Gene, reloading from the hot pot. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing? Hey, thanks for the invite. Man, I'm here to have fun. Let's have some fun. But man, that side chat is rocking out there. I'm showing 24 people on so far. So, man,
all right.
I can't stay long tonight. I got a USPSA tomorrow, so I got to get to bed a little bit earlier, get me some nappy nap time, so I can go pew good tomorrow.
Man, sounds like fun. I don't blame you about that. I mean, all right. Thanks for showing up, Gene. Next here we got Gizzard Gary. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Well, howdy, neighbor. How the heck are you? Thanks for having me.
Man, glad to have you on here.
You betcha.
Appreciate you. And see, we also have out here, we got Pat in the bunker. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be on Hillbilly Nation tonight. We're going to have some fun. So. Right. Did I nail the impression right?
You sound really good to me.
You got pretty close. You're going to choke on a beer again tonight. I'm not going to lie.
Probably.
No, that's called just the perfect timing. That was comedic timing when somebody said something funny and it just, out my nose and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stay away from it tonight.
Yeah. Don't be hurting Pat there, Bubba. He's plumb out in the bunker. We can't get any paramedics to him.
Yeah,
So
it
also,
takes at least a half an hour.
So also tonight out there, we got somebody new coming in here. This person was actually mentioned to us. We heard about him from Christmas 740. Was telling us about his channel and went over and checked it out, and just a lot of great videos. I really enjoyed watching them, and I thought, you know what, he'll fit right in with this group. So anyway, we'll bring on Chad Kelly. How you doing, Chad?
How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, Chad.
Chad.
Doing great, buddy.
Good deal.
Nice to meet you, Chad.
You guys too.
Glad you can make it on.
Yeah, just
Glad you can make her.
End of the week finally for me.
All right. Well, all right, guys. Well, before we start getting onto these topics here, I'd like everybody in the side chat just put in their HBN so I can read your names off here, because we got a lot of people out there, and I don't want to miss anybody. So I'll try to catch everybody in the side chat on the YouTube side. And so let's see here. All right, starting out, we got Walter out there, and then here we got MacMan pulling double duty also. We got the Sharpshooter, Gene reloading from the hot pot, Michael Dunn. We got Tim S. We got Tommy Boy, Info Bros, Gary Gizzard, Two Live Moo. We got Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, out there howling at the moon tonight. We got Dale Pogue. We got MCK. How you doing, buddy? And so, anyway, we will get started here. But I'd like to go around the room. Everybody got to say hi, but kind of introduce what you do on your channel. So people coming in, they kind of have an idea, which a lot of us know, but people watch this, after the live and everything. And so let's give them a quick update about your channel and kind of what you do. And we'll go ahead and start with you, Chris.
Yeah, I've got the Chris from the 740 YouTube channel, and we do all kinds of stuff over there. We do reloading, optic reviews, gun reviews. USPSA season's getting ready to start, so all my competition videos coming up here pretty soon, and just a little bit of everything and anything that's gun related over there.
A fun channel. I enjoy watching you, buddy. You and everybody on this panel just put out great content. All right, Walter, you want to talk a little bit about your channel, buddy? I think you're still having some technical difficulties, buddy. We heard you fine in the green
How about
room.
this?
That's
Oh, there,
Are we
yeah,
okay
we
now?
got you, buddy.
Oh, there we go.
You
All right.
betcha.
You got to slap
All
these
right.
machines around a little bit.
You got to show them who's boss.
They only understand one thing, us from a 44 or us slapping them. Anyway, yeah, I'm a recreational shooter, folks, and that's it. I don't compete against anything or anybody other than that sheet of paper that's out there 25 to 50 feet in front of me, mostly handguns. I do a lot of reloading and bullet casting on my channel. We're getting kind of handcuffed a little bit by YouTube for the casting, so we're having to come up with innovative ways of showing how we get the casting done. But that's what I do. And lately, I like to do things in a series. And my latest series is I'm doing a bunch of molds that I've got sitting in drawers that I've never cast before. So we're doing Moldy Mondays. And every Monday, I'm dragging out one of those molds that I haven't ever used that I've been sitting on, and bringing those out to you so folks can take a look and see what those bullets look like. So that's kind of where I am, what I'm up to.
All right. Great channel, buddy. I enjoy watching and like those molding Mondays.
Thank you, sir.
Fun to see you break out some, just different calipers and everything. So it's a lot of fun to watch. So make sure you get over there and watch Walter's channel also and subscribe to him. All right, Bubba. How you doing, buddy? You want to tell a bit about your channel?
I'm doing good, brother. Bubba Tricloss Ballistics. I like to test out cheap guns and show them off so that people know that just because they can't meet a price point for a gun doesn't mean they shouldn't be allowed their Second Amendment right. I just like to test out cheap guns. Have been testing out some equipment here lately, plate carriers and stuff like that. Haven't really done a video on them yet, but going to here soon. And used to do Bubba Media stuff, but apparently my opinion is not popular with YouTube, so a lot of them got taken down.
Well, imagine that.
I don't know. It might be the flag. I don't know. It might be the flag.
All right. Well, again, Bubba has a great channel. Go over there and check his channel out. And up next, we got Gizzard Gary. How you doing, buddy? You want to tell a little bit about your channel, buddy?
Well, I'm an older guy, 63 years old, just recently retired from my job, bought my first handgun when I was 55. So I haven't been in that game all that long. So still kind of learning my way along with everybody else. So try to, as I learn things, post videos out on my YouTube channel. Also, I've been doing for 5 years now a Friday night live stream called Foul Territory, where we discuss firearm and 2A related topics. We give away a little bit of stuff, and we show pictures, and we have some fun. I don't know if we have quite as much fun as you do, but anyway, that's what I do. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fun on your live show. I enjoy it so much. But yeah, go over and check out Gary's channel. Some great stuff on there. Anyway, thank you, Gary. And so, Gene, reloading from the hot pot. Want to tell a little bit about your channel, buddy?
I like to do good gun gear and accessory reviews. Share a little bit about my life. Just try to enjoy things, man. Try to enjoy things. Try to stay within the perimeters so my videos stay up. It's reloading from the hot pot, but I don't do that much reloading on it. When I started it, I did. And then they started hitting everybody. So I just kind of turn gears a little bit, change gears on that. And I just like to enjoy it. And I'm very happy and proud to be part of this wonderful brotherhood we have here.
Oh, man. Yeah. And, Gene has a great channel too, guys. Go over there and check it out. You'll just enjoy it. I know I do. And yeah, it's like, being a teenager living at your home, their house, their rules, and it's kind of sad that, the rules that YouTube has, but, there ain't really much we can do other than just complain about them. So, anyway, up next we have MacMan. How you doing, buddy? You want to tell a little bit about your channel?
You missed Mark.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mark. I looked down, looked back up. Okay, Mark. Sorry about that, buddy. I didn't mean to skip over you.
That's all right.
A little bit about your channel and what you do, buddy. You're a great craftsman. That's for sure.
Thank you. MacMan could have done his, and then I would have taken no problem. I got a channel that got started just as a way to share some things with my family from the far end of the state. And it's a lot of things that my son and I do together, adventures we do, activities. I started showing some of my leathercraft, and that's been surprisingly popular. And we do a little shooting, a little reloading, a little casting, within the parameters, what we can do, and just enjoying ourselves. And it's been a great way to get into this community, been spending some evenings with a great bunch of friends, and just glad to be here tonight. Thank you.
Oh man, thanks for showing up, buddy. We sure appreciate you. And like I said, with everybody else, go over and check out Mark's channel. Great channel. I love it. So do yourself a favor and go check it out. So okay, Mac man, you want to tell a bit about yourself, buddy, your channel, what you do?
Thank you, sir. And hi, everybody. Yeah, so I'm fairly new to the whole YouTube channel thing. I've been probably a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, just putting videos up. And I've just started doing live streams on a Monday night. Again, I like to do a lot of reloading, do casting to what we can do. I've started doing a lot of shooting videos as well. We go out the range, out the desert, and reviewing guns, reviewing some optics. I do tool reviews as well. Being a Mac Tools distributor, I can go in and do tool reviews. So it's building. We get in there. And like I said, I do an hour live stream on a Monday night, 6 o'clock Arizona, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So you guys can jump on anytime you want to come and have a look. And I do quite a few reviews on reloading equipment as well. So whenever I get something new, we'll go through and do that as well. So yeah, thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to tonight.
You bet you, buddy. I appreciate that. Appreciate you coming on, and same as everybody else, go check out MacMan's channel. It's a wonderful channel. You will totally enjoy it. So anyway, up next we got Pat in the bunker. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good tonight. Just got off doing what I was doing here just not too terribly long ago, and trying some new gear out tonight. Had to do some little modifications. No, nothing drastic. Something that's sitting right behind me, but yeah, no, having a good. We're gonna have a good time tonight, and yeah, thanks for having me on my channel. I do a little bit of everything. Do gun reviews, a lot of outdoor stuff. Whether you can find me in it's either Pat in a bunker or Pat in a field or Pat on a ATV. You know, I'm kind of around all over the place. So if it's outdoors, man, I just love being outdoors. So that's where I'm at. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You bet you, buddy. I was just thinking, patting a tree, patting a stick. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of stuff you can add to that. Well, thanks for coming on, buddy. Like I said, go check out Pat's channel. You'll love it. I know I do. So anyway, we got somebody new on here tonight. Chad Kelly. I'm sorry about that, buddy. And Chris had mentioned you about how much you liked your videos and everything. So I just had to go check it out, and I loved your videos. I thought they were just hilarious. Some great stuff on there. So anyway, I appreciate you coming on with us tonight. And so if you want to tell a little bit about yourself and your channel and what you do on there, buddy, I'm sure everybody's excited to find out.
All right. So yeah, my name's Chad Kelly, and the real job, I'm a motorcycle shop parts manager for like one of the largest YZ dealerships in the country in a very small town in southwest Oklahoma. But a couple years ago, I got the bug to get back into shooting, seeing some 3-gun videos and some long range stuff, and kind of realizing it's a bunch of math and then 3-gun running around. So decided to jump in kind of head first January 21, and spent most of the year building up a pretty cool little range out of my family's land, and decided I wanted to post videos about it. So kind of got a couple scattered around, and then really December, I guess, I started trying to get at least one out a week. And over the last month or month and a half, it's starting to pick up and get traction. So having fun with it, and happy to be hanging out here tonight.
Man, we're sure happy to have you, buddy.
Cool.
Appreciate you coming on tonight. And if you've not checked out Chad's channel yet, make sure you get over and check him out because it's great. He has some great videos up. I really enjoyed it. So anyway, I sure appreciate you guys coming on tonight, and we got great side chat out there. I mean, just all kinds of great people out there, and most of these people out here on the side chat have YouTube channels and just have some great channels. So anyway, you might want to go out check their channels out too because they're just wonderful. So I've noticed here I'm having a little trouble with collecting the hashtag HBN14. I don't know why. It's never done this to me before. But let me type it in again here. I've had to do it like 3 times now. And it shows it starts collecting. And then it says an error, refresh page. So anyway, so hopefully we'll get everybody. Every time I refresh it, there's more people on there. So evidently it's actually collecting everything. It's just for some reason giving a little trouble maybe on my end. So also we have Chris on here tonight as a admin co-host and stuff. Because I have been having some internet trouble just the last few days, and hopefully, we're not going to be having any tonight. But if you happen to see me drop off, it's fine. The show won't shut off. It should keep going. So don't worry. I'll reboot my router and jump back on as soon as I can. So anyway, the first topic for tonight, I thought would be a pretty fun one. So the topic is if you could add 1 pistol, 1 rifle, and 1 shotgun, what would they be? And so we'll go around the panel here and ask everybody, but side chat, make sure you put your comments out there because we want to hear from you guys too. No doubt about that. So, price is not an object on this. So, it's just, if you're just going to add, Chris, 1 pistol of your choice, 1 rifle, the rifle could be, home defense, long range, whatever. I know shotgun's a rifle too, but it's kind of a class of its own. So, and 1 shotgun, what would you consider adding to your collection, buddy?
Well, since money's not an object, you said.
It'd be the most expensive ones.
For my pistol, I would definitely want to get an Infinity 2011 open gun.
Nice.
Rifle, gotta have a 50 BMG. Every time I go somewhere where I can rent one, I like shooting them. And then for a shotgun, it would be the Beretta M4 or
Benelli.
The Benelli M4 would be my shotgun. Yeah. Yep.
Oh man,
Travis P11's got me thrown off there because he just bought that new Beretta. That's what it is. Yeah, Benelli M4, 50 BMG, and Infinity 2011 for me.
All right, man, that's some good choices right there. I have to agree with you on pretty much all of that. I wish it was like add more than 1, but just 1 of each. I think you got some great choices there, buddy. So Walter, what would your choice be, buddy? I think you already got all the snake guns, all the snake pistols there is. So
yeah, I want them all. You know what? I do not own a 41 mag. And I've got dies for it. I got molds for it. I got a half a dozen bullet molds to cast for it. I do not have a handgun. So I think that I'd like to have a Ruger Blackhawk in 41 mag. They're just hen's teeth, at least around these parts here where I am. I'm over on the left coast, you guys, out here in California, so it's hard to find just about anything in a 41 mag right now. There's other handguns that I like to have, but I think that would be at the top of my list. As far as a rifle goes, I've got a fair collection of pistol caliber Henrys. I've got a half a dozen of them, but I would like to have a Henry original, model 1866 in 45 Colt. I have a new Birdie copy of that rifle in 4440, which I love to shoot. That's a great rifle, but I like to have a newer one in 45 Colt. And I really don't have a shotgun that I shoot. I have my grandfather's old Model 12, and it's in the safe, and it's just going to stay there. I'm not going to shoot it. It's just a kind of a keepsake at this point. But the boys out at the gun club are taunting me and trying to get me to get into some trap shooting. And I've never shot trap before, and we have a beautiful trap range out here. So I think maybe a nice Benelli trap gun would be at the top of my list. And I've got a guy who's going to mentor me and, spend my money for me. So that'd be my list.
Well, man, that's a great list there. There's been some out here in the side chat. So before we get to you, Bub, I'm going to read a few of these. Michael Dunn says, Ruger 9mm, Remington 7400, 308, and Remington 870. All great choices there, buddy. Then we got 223 says 4.8 ShyTech and a Canon Elite. Great choices. See, we got Del Poe, Anaconda rifle, Henry 360 Buckhammer. Good choices there too. See, Info Bros, 45 Colt, Henry Big Boy, 4570, Remington 1100 full gauge. Yeah, that's sweet too, man. So, see, we got here, PA Reloader, SP 101, Browning, Superposed, Lightning, and AR-15. And then we also got Sharpshooter says, things I don't have would add the shopping spree be a CZ P07, 28-inch Remington 870, and the Christensen's Arm 338 Lapua. All right. Man, some great ones here. Got the Henry 4770. Yes. So anyway, we'll go ahead and jump on over to you next, Bubba. But first, I was going to ask Walter, did you say West Coast or left coast?
Same thing.
Different.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I may have heard something different.
Everybody on the west, except for yours truly, is a left-hander. Oh, man.
You and Moondog.
Yeah. Moondog and I are
right,
from the same area.
Yeah. All right, Bubba. What you got, buddy?
So for pistol, I'd like to have a Smith & Wesson 610 10mm revolver. One, just because it's interesting because, you don't have that moon clips for it, so it's pretty cool. And I just love the way the gun looks. Kind of got the Anaconda look at the same time. Just really pretty revolver. For shotgun, it's actually a toss-up. Like, I can't decide between these two. Like, I've been trying. But I would love to have an AA-12 for the shotgun. And a Benelli. I'll say Benelli, too. But so it's the toss-up between those two. For the rifle, I would say 50 BMG, but I would be lying if I said that because I've shot one before and I do enjoy it, but it isn't one that I really want. What I really want is an SVD Dragunov, an original, a Soviet model. I'm not talking like all the hand-me-downs from Czech Republic or any of that stuff. I'm talking about legit SVD Dragunov. like Type 1 Gen 1.
The real deal, huh?
They're just a beautiful gun, and I just love the way that they look.
All right, buddy. Those are all great choices there. So let's go ahead and move on over here to Gary. Gary. So what do you think, buddy? If you could have a choice of one pistol, one rifle, and one shotgun, what might they be?
Well, since you're buying,
I got the credit card, buddy.
I don't have a semi-auto shotgun, so yeah, I'll get me a Benelli. We'll get one of those.
All right.
As far as rifle goes, I've always wanted to own a Henry. So get me a big boy in 357 octagon barrel. Just because it's pretty. Speaking of pretty, since money's no object, how about a nice Colt Python for the handgun? Because I don't have one of them either, and I'll probably never be able to afford one of them. So, but since you're being generous enough to buy this, yeah. That must be all that New York stock money that you're making, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. And what Gary's referring to is I put out videos this afternoon. If you get a chance after the show, go check it out, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So,
yeah, don't want to spoil
it. Anyway, my wife comes stumbling through here. You drunk again? I'm joking. So, all right. Gene, what's up your sleeve? If you had the unlimited credit card, somebody else is buying, what would you be choosing, buddy? What would you put in that shopping cart?
Man, I don't think I'd go with the most expensive. I would go with what I like. So for my pistol choice, be a High Point JHP 40. For my shotgun, a Mossberg JM 940 Pro, and for my rifle, a Bergara in 6.5 Creedmoor.
There you go. Those are some great choices right there, buddy.
One end of the spectrum to the other.
Yep. Yeah, you covered a long range and prices there.
Well, if it's unlimited funds, that means I can get plenty of magazines for that JHP. I won't have to just deal with one. I can have a whole belt of them.
Yeah. There you go. All right, Mark. What would your choice be, and would you make holsters for all of them?
Yep. I'm gonna go along with Walter and MacMan. I've been looking for a 41 Magnum revolver. I had to pass on a Blackhawk about 2 months ago. I just couldn't make a good deal, but I'd really like to have a nice Smith & Wesson double action 41 Magnum. That would be the pistol. As far as a shotgun, I want an honest-to-goodness World War I trench broom shotgun. Winchester, probably. And my rifle is going to be an M1 Garand. I want one.
Pat's waving at you. He's like, I might just have one down here in this bunker.
I got a bunch of shells ready for it, but I don't have one yet, but I'll get one.
Man, some great choices, buddy. All right. So, MacMan, what would your choices be, buddy?
Oh, mine's going to be expensive.
Going to be expensive. So, High Point's not one of those, huh?
No, not today. I think the pistol would be a fully auto Mac 10.
There you go.
Shotgun would be obviously another left-handed Benelli. That would be an easy choice. And for the rifle, it's got to be the FN Scar 308 fully auto again.
All right.
I would love to get my
I
hands on
like
one of those
that.
full autos.
Going with some full auto stuff there. Yeah, I
I
don't
think that's
blame you
all I
on
got
that.
left to put into my collection now is some full autos.
Yeah, and, so I assume that credit card for all that would cover the tax stamps too. So.
Screw it, add a suppressor to it if we're on
You
that.
might- yeah, I was gonna say you might as well throw on some suppressors while you're at it, buddy. All right. So Pat, what would your choices be, buddy?
Oh boy. MacMan just opened up a can of worms, and this is going to be even more expensive.
So you're thinking my deuce and
Nope. You're going to have to think older, and you're going to have to think even like super, even more rare than that.
This guy's wanting a Visca, is what he's wanting.
Well, if I had to go with a rifle, one of the coolest ones, even though it was on the other side of World War II, I would want a original Sturmgewehr, straight from the factory, not the pressed ones, the actual ones where the prototype ones that came out when they were out and they were milled and everything. Those Sturmgewehrs looked just, to me anyway, they looked freaking awesome with those mags and everything in there. Beautiful looking guns. I'd have to pick that for my rifle. And probably we'll stick with the World War II theme. I would want a original 1911 dated 1943, just because. And shotgun, I do have an original trench shotgun from that era, but if I had to go with a different one, I would probably go with the one that Bubba said is that SS that 12, man, with that big drum and everything underneath, just rocking full auto and just say good night, Bubba. It's all going down range. I'm shooting slugs. I'm shooting birdshot. I'm shooting dragon's breath. I'm throwing everything at it, and everything's going down range.
Here.
Yep. So, yeah. So a little bit different than everybody else, but man, that Sturmgewehr and a 1943 Mark World War II 1911. Man, that'd be epic to me.
There you go. You're not a hard man to please at all. Here, Gene asked for a high point.
Well, let's see. I've already got a Masterpiece Arms DS9 open comp gun coming in.
Yeah.
I already own a Staccato. I got a few other really nice tricky toys. So I don't have a High Point JHP40. But guys, I got to run. I got to get to bed. It's pushing on 11 o'clock here. I got to get up 5:36. Get out.
You bet.
Out there
before you got to run, you want to tell us a little bit about what you got coming up, Gene?
Well, I got a couple videos. I got to get edited and get up for next week. We're heading down to Dead Zero Shooting Park. Going down with Chris from the 740 and meeting up with some other brothers. MCK, JH586, Daniel got as my judge, and hopefully a couple others pop in. Jason Stewart, he's coming too. So we're going to meet up to this next week and do some breaking of the bread and hopefully some good bourbon and cigars.
All right, sounds like a good time.
Yes,
I wish I was going, but just got to get packed for that New York City trip.
Yeah.
Now remember, you won't need a car in New York City, so you can sell your car, man. You just Uber it.
Sell all my classic vehicles. There you
Yes,
go.
yes. Sell everything and just Uber it from now on. All right, everybody, have a great night.
Well, thanks
Good
so
seeing
much
you
for
all.
jumping on,
Good night,
Gene.
Gene.
I sure appreciate
Night,
it.
night, Gene.
If
Good to see you.
Night, Gene.
Night, Gene.
Peace.
Make sure you get over to Gene's channel, check it out, and do yourself a favor and subscribe. So anyway, so Chad, we're up to you, buddy. So what would your choices be? You have a really nice range out there,
Yeah.
and so what would you be hammering down on that still with, buddy?
Okay. So I know two of the three specifically. Pistol, have to get the new Terran Pit Viper. And then shotgun is going to be the Benelli M2 Speed, but it's only available in Europe right now, or at least it's only listed on their Italian website. That's what I initially thought I would get, but it's pretty much set up for competition from Benelli. It's extended tubes on it, loading ports cut out. It's got nice red accents the way I like it. So those are the two at the top of my wish list. And then rifle, I don't know exactly what I would get, but know the next thing that's high on my desire list is to get a really nice bolt gun, but something like built up on an MDT chassis, probably something like a Bad Action. And I just don't exactly know what caliber I want to get yet. Like my friends tell me 308 or 6.5 because it's easier to get a hold of, but I really want to go out to some other property that my family has and get to the mile mark. So I don't know. That's the goal. Just have to figure out the caliber, but it would be a pretty much fully custom, like competition style rifle.
All right. Those are some great choices there, buddy, too. Man. Well, after listening to all these choices of people that you guys are making and the side chat, man, they've had some great ones too. My deal is I would probably, as far as the pistol goes, I love revolvers and everything, and there's a lot of new ones or maybe current ones that I'd like to have. But if it's something that I would probably try to find, since unlimited credit card here, I would probably try to find a classic Western revolver, something like Outlaw Josie Wales had, or one of John Wayne's, and it would be almost two in a rifle too, some lever actions. But really, I would love to have a, not that I could really shoot it around here with all these hills and trees, but I'd like to have a great, what would be considered sniper rifle, a long range rifle, bolt action. And shotguns, I have a lot of shotguns. I love shooting clay, been doing that, just all my life. So it'd probably be with Benelli. They make a shotgun specific for shooting trap. A buddy of mine has one. I've got to shoot it, and it's like, I know out of some of my favorite shotguns that I own, it's probably just as good a shotgun as that one, but some reason that thing just shoots so well, and I just really liked it. So I would like to have one of those Benellis that's made for just trap shooting. Would be probably my other choice. And I know earlier the room was full and somebody was trying to enter. It didn't tell me who. So if you got the email and you're out in the side chat, there's room for one more person. So I don't know who it was. I thought it might be Jamie, but I hadn't seen him out in the side chat, so I'm not for sure who it was. So anyway, if he was trying to enter the panel earlier, there is an open spot. So anyway, let's go on here. Let's see to another topic, and make sure you get those hashtags in. Hashtag HBN14, Hillbilly Nation 14, and we'll have a giveaway. We'll draw that here in just a little bit. But first, let's move to this next topic. We're going to be getting off guns for a little bit. Just because, I mean, we all got gun channels. We love talking about guns, but also I like to throw in some little different topics here, just to have fun. So anyway, let's go ahead and just go ahead and jump to this one. So since a lot of us are gun YouTubers and stuff, there's a lot of other content out there that's not gun related. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to run through real quick and maybe name a few other content creators that is actually, that's just not in guns, but something that we like to go watch, So anyway, Chris, we'll just start with you and see if you have a couple of them. If not, you can just pass. But
I don't really watch much of anything that's not gun related. I mean,
yeah,
I just don't have much time in my life with owning my own company and then doing this YouTube thing. But I tend to watch a lot of electronic shows on YouTube.
That is awesome.
Because I really like new camera equipment, accessories for filming and stuff like that. But one guy that I do watch every video that he puts out, I watch a guy called Captain Drone. I love his content, and that's one hobby I have outside of guns is flying drones. So I do like watching his show. He puts out some really good stuff. But really, that's about it. I try to. Biggest thing for me is like trying to watch everybody's videos that they put out every week. Like, so, because everybody's coming over and supporting me and leaving a comment and hitting thumbs up. Well, by the time you sit down and watch a couple hundred different gun channels in a week's time, there's not much time to watch anything else. So.
Yeah, that is true, buddy. All right. So Walter, is there anything that you enjoy watching when
I got
watching
a couple of it. I'm kind of like the rest of this group down in here. We've got so many of our own kith and kin here that we subscribe to. Sometimes it's hard to find time to watch the other stuff, but I've got a local buddy that's got a YouTube channel called Arrowhead Overland, and the boy's name is Terrence, and he's a paramedic, but he's into jeeping and not real heavy duty 4-wheel drive, but overland adventuring. And so he and his wife get out and they take that Jeep of theirs and pack it up. He's got a really cool, overhead tent system rig that he's got on there, and he does a really interesting job with the camera work that he does when he gets out on his adventures. He's been all over the West, hacking around in the deserts and the mountains and whatnot. So I enjoy watching his stuff, largely because, first place I know him personally. He's a good friend of mine. We've done a lot of kayaking and hiking and stuff together. But his camera work is fun to watch. He uses a drone for a lot of his stuff, and he does set up some of his shots and whatnot. But it's fun to watch his videos. And then there's another fella here that some of you guys know, and that's Mrs. Mel 269. That's Brian and Melissa up in Dakota way. And he does some gun stuff, but he's mostly about his family and living in the cold country cutting wood and plowing snow and raising the kids and their pet squirrel Gomez and all kinds of stuff. And I get a kick out of his channel. He's a good fella, good family man, works hard to keep his family fed and safe and warm, and I appreciate that kind of a thing to go watch. So I pay attention to his channel pretty frequently. So there's a couple there that I like. Arrowhead Overland and Mrs. Mel 269.
All right. Yeah, those sound like some great channels, Walter. I'm with you. And then also I'm with Chris. There's so much great content, between all of us, and there's only so many hours of the day, and so we enjoy watching each other's content because it's great content, and it's fun to watch. But yeah, all that stuff sounds really good and exciting. So how about you, Mark? Anything you like to watch every now and then, buddy?
Oh yeah, I love to watch all the crew here, and there's just not enough hours in the day, but we do what we can. And I love automotive motorcycle stuff. Been really following close on a channel from out in Utah, Matt's Off-Road Recovery. They do some really nice stuff. And they have a sort of a network too, some other friends, the Fab Rats, Chad's Fab, a couple different ones, really good with automotive and off-road things. And I do kind of like some of that sort of homesteading stuff. I've been following a channel for a few years now, Red Poppy Ranch. There's a fella who built his own house and homestead in Idaho. Unbelievable what this man has done in the middle of nowhere. Built a house, built a shop, solar power, his own well. It's good stuff, and good, clean. There's nothing that would be offensive. That's my kind of stuff.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like some great stuff right there, man. I like that too. Jamie didn't get a link, I guess. I thought he was on that email. I must have messed up. I'm sorry about that, Jamie. Really do apologize for that. Asked him if he wanted to jump on, but he said he's got church in the morning. So anyway, so MacMan, what do you like to watch also that's maybe not gun content, related to gun stuff?
Well, apart from obviously everybody that we watch, I started watching a lot of videos on the editing system we use for doing our videos. Is it the Mojave or something editing system? So I've been watching videos on that. Also the new camera that I had that Chris recommended, the new Sony ZV-1. I watched a lot of videos on that. But the worst thing is probably I watch a lot of crash videos. You might think I'm a bit sick, but it's I tend to watch a lot of the smash videos and the aftermaths of accidents and stuff. It's just, I find it quite interesting. And once you start watching some of them and you click on the one that they advertise next to it, and you click on the next one, you start getting into the more, I would say, the nastier ones that come from abroad, from India and China and Saudi Arabia and stuff. So some of them are pretty gruesome. So I don't know why I like them, but I tend to like to watch that sort of stuff. So that's what
No, you're fine.
I knew he had a dark side.
All right.
Nice.
Interesting stuff, buddy.
Nice, Walter.
But like Chris says, yeah.
All right, Bubba. Oh, go ahead, McMahon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just saying that. Like Chris said, that's my dark side. I watch a lot of this nasty crap, and I shouldn't watch it, but I just find it interesting.
That does explain a lot.
Sorry, guys.
Just like Paul Harvey said, now we know the rest
The
of
rest.
the story.
You must commit to the dark side.
All right, Bubba.
And then, are you drinking Corona too right now, Mac Man?
No, it's Bud Light Orange.
Oh, see, I've never even knew Mac Man drink beer. Now, see, I'm learning all kinds of things about Mac Man.
Right.
I like a little bit of beer now and again. More now than again, probably.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. After a long, hard day, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
think he had a pint or two when he was younger.
One or two.
All right, Bubba. What do you kick back and watch when you're not watching any gun stuff?
Since my fascination with guns and stuff, I just like the way guns and stuff work. So I'm really into stuff being made and stuff. So I like to watch like Moon Pie Creations. He does a lot of lathe wood turning, resin turning, and stuff like that. So I really enjoy seeing like different things, different shades and stuff like that made, and different things you can use as parts for that stuff. So I really enjoy stuff like that. So Moon Pie Creations, got Studio C I like to watch just because I like comedy, and they do a lot of stupid skits, which is pretty great. I got one that I watch I'm not going to mention here just because, just no. I only watch it for the villains and the sketches, so that's about it. Then there's one more I watch, and it's kind of like Mark's leatherworking and stuff like that, which is why I like watching Mark work, just because it's interesting to me. I like to watch, like people forging blades and stuff like that, making stuff out of like old rusted parts, bolts, and stuff like that. So that's all, that kind of stuff is interesting to me. So that's generally what I'll watch. If not, I'll watch like newscasts and stuff like that. But mainly, it's going to be Moon Pie Creations that I watch, other than gunsmithing.
Alrighty. Yeah, some more great topics right there in videos, no doubt about that. So, Gary, what do you watch when you're not watching gun content?
Same things every other dude watches, cat videos and makeup stuff, so not really. I do tend
Gary
to
pulls
watch
the man card on us.
I watch an awful lot of knife videos because I'm interested in knives, mostly pocket knives and stuff, but knives in general. So a lot of that stuff. And there's also one, this is kind of offbeat, but since I retired back in December, I've kind of been at a task to see how long I could grow this beard and stuff. So I follow this guy on YouTube. His name is Dan C. Bearded, and he gives beard advice and stuff like that about different products to use and stuff like that.
All
so
right.
that kind of stuff. But I do have a cat, but I don't watch a lot of cat videos. No, and makeup. No, I'm not a makeup guy. So.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I can't pass up some of those cat shorts every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. I forgot one, and I'm going to feel like a jerk if I don't mention it. Breadstick Ricky and the Boss. I watched the crap out of that.
Breadstick Ricky and the Boss, huh?
Yep.
Right.
Blue collar humor, and I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, especially like some of those animal videos, the shorts or this and that, man. I love watching those too. So, all right, Pat. So when Pat's not on the 4-wheeler or on the rifle range or on a tree or something like that, what do you like watching, buddy?
Well, Yeah, definitely anything having to do with 3 to 4 to even 18 wheels. I've been a part of it most of my life, whether tearing down a tractor or semis, giving complete overhauls on semis. I've done. I used to do race car chassis back in the day on dirt modifieds, stock cars, and hobby stocks. Used to build a pro for IMCA modifieds and anything with building, constructing of metal material and the way it all works. And actually, here lately, I might have to go a little bit darker than MacMan on here. I love German Shepherd dogs. I had one. I had a female for about 14 years, and she could best dog I ever had my whole entire life, and she could smell you guys fill in the blank on this one, a hole from about 2 miles away, and she would bark and snap at somebody. And the only 2 people I know that she did, they deserved it because everybody in town knew that they were. But I've got this new one, and I was like, hey, I really haven't ever watched German Shepherds work in the police line. So now I got hooked on these bite videos of these German Shepherds going after a-holes. And wow, some of the bites that they lay down in weird places, it's just like, it just make you cringe. And it's just like, yeah, there's this one where, I'll put it this way, full-blown tackle at about 40 miles per hour, did a head stomp right into a cul-de-sac on concrete. It looked like a flying fur missile from about 10 yards back. And then there was another one where, I don't know, it sent it into the trees, and it did a reverse turnaround and clamped onto the guy's neither red region. And now I'm hooked on that. Oh yeah,
Nom Nom is strong with this one.
Yeah, the Nom Nom. Yeah, the Bork got the full Nom Nom on that. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm into.
Had full control of that man's thoughts and everything.
He said lay down, and he said he just did it, and thank God they fixed it. I don't think he walked away with half of it. I'll put it that way. So, but yeah, that's anything with metal, anything with building anything. I'm just naturally curious about the way things work. So,
alrighty. Well, some great stuff there, buddy. Also, so all right, Chad, what do you like to watch? It's not gun channels.
Yeah, so looking through my list, there's way too many on there to watch every day. But so I got a few other interests, and I try to keep like a playlist going for at work that is going to be not as offensive if I'm away from my desk and somebody walks up and hears something in the background. So typically it's going to be news stuff. A couple of comedy people like Fat Electrician, and he's got some great stuff here lately. Couple music things. I would say some of the better ones like Houston Jones and some of the more dramatic car stuff. And I'm totally blanking on dude's name that always goes out there. I was trying to scroll through this list here and see if I could find him. And I'm going to kick myself for not remembering it off the top of my head, but typically good for a good laugh. And then so like on the news side of things, I like to keep up with I try to keep up with like what Elon Musk is doing. So Tesla and SpaceX to a certain degree. I actually got a buddy that works at the SpaceX factory down in McGregor at the engine facility. But I try to keep a decent pulse on all that and catches me. Oh, there it is, Whistling Diesel. That one's always
Oh yeah,
that one's always good for a laugh, and
that kid could tear up a crowbar in a sand pile.
pretty well anything. That
is the truth.
I resisted subscribing to him for a long time, and finally I was like, man, he's just doing too much crazy stuff not to throw it to him. So, but then
Yeah.
news type stuff like me, Kevin, and Tim Cast and Quartering, they're usually pretty good at making sure Russell Brand, Crowder, things that are pretty good. Oh, and Officer Tatum, pretty good at covering current events and getting news stories out fast. I almost get every bit of news from YouTube channels as opposed to seeking it out actual news networks. But I try to get stuff like that playing in the background at work. Usually can't actually hear it, but get a pretty good idea of what's going on. If something dramatic happens, I usually find out about it fairly soon. I tell people I think I was one of the first ones to know about the mess from 20. I don't know how picky they are on live streams with the everything that we went through back at 2020, but I was kind of following that back in December because I was keeping up with Tesla, watching my stock in there, and I was keeping up with the China factory that was being built, and they were right at the end of getting that factory up and going, and everything was starting to get shut down. And then, by February and March, it hits over here. So I was a little more aware of it, just trying to keep up with other things in the world. It's like when you got money on the line with companies, you keep track of more than just what's in your local area. But as most of it, I try to keep up with as many of the gun channels as possible and fill the rest of it with at least interesting, either entertaining or educational type stuff that'll fill the brain up. I like to stay on top of a lot of different things. So,
All right, man. That's some great topics right there.
Yep.
I agree with you. There's a lot of great stuff. As Side Chat's been, putting some great stuff out there in the panel. I mean, so much of this has been named, stuff that I watch, for me, I'm a gearhead. I've raced for lots of years, motorcycles, cars. So I like a lot of car channels. I'm really big in classic cars, any type of racing, stuff like that. Fabricating, Cletus has already been set out there several times. Cletus McFarland. I think that kid has done well for the car community. I mean, it was seems like it was just wasn't quite making a switch over to, or in my eyes, to as much of the newer digital age, YouTube, this and that. And I think he really brought a lot of new fans into, the car stuff with, other people that already was car fans and stuff. So, I like a lot of his stuff. And then, like I said, there's, so many of them mentioned, but I like that. I like so much of that stuff. And so also, I'm going to put up here one more time, or make sure that you're getting your hashtag in. It is hashtag HBN14, and they'll get you entered in our drawing tonight. And we will see. Let's just go ahead and do that. So here, I'll put it up here while we're going to make sure everybody gets in this before we go on to the next topic. And that way we can do that drawing. And then I know, in case somebody does need to leave, they can go ahead and get on out of here. But let me refresh this here and make sure it's still collecting. I don't know why it's never given me any trouble, the StreamYard site, at all before. And oh boy.
I'll throw another one out there. If you guys like car stuff and comedy, check out Rich Rebuilds. If you haven't followed him, he started with getting Teslas that were like totaled, like flooded and stuff, and trying to bring them back. And now he's kind of got a shop where that's the main thing he does. But I mean, latest video, why building a 6-wheel drive diesel Tesla takes forever. Now he's just into doing crazy stuff, but he's always got a very dry, sarcastic sense of humor, and he's a good one to watch to combine a few different interests at the same time.
All right, and we'll go on this here in just a second, but guys, if you've already typed in hashtag HBN14, go ahead and do it again, because this thing was acting up a little earlier, and it's not been lately. So I just want to make sure, that nobody got left out. So it won't hurt nothing to type it in twice. So if you typed it in earlier, go ahead and type it in again just to make sure that it's collecting your entries here. I don't know why it's giving problems earlier. Okay, there you go. They're jumping up again. So evidently there were some people that it may not have counted earlier. So make sure you type those in, and we'll make sure everybody gets a chance for this. There you go. Yeah, they're running up right now real well. So like I said, make sure you get those in there. I don't want anybody to miss out on that. So anyway, I'll go ahead and let me show you what we're giving away tonight. It's something that we give away quite regularly on here, and maybe I'll find something new to give on here. Later, but this has been pretty good, and people seem to enjoy it. It's not anything real expensive. It is a knife here, has a belt clip on it. It's got a window breaker, seat belt, or rope cutter. It has let me pull it out of here. It's got a magnesium fire starter. It has a light that pulls out, a little LED light. Pretty cool. Got a magnet on the back side of that. Slides back in there. Do you have a blade with a bottle opener on it? So it's a pretty handy little knife. And these come in 4 colors. You got black, red, green, and blue. So anyway, the winner needs to email me, and I'll put my email out here in a little bit if you don't already have it. And we will I'll get it shipped to you. Say what color you want and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and pull this up, and we'll go ahead and draw here. So all right, we got 18 people entered in this, so I hope that's everybody. And let's wind this up and spin it and see who it is. Info Bros. All right, buddy. Congratulations.
Nice info.
I'm going to write your name down here. And Betty, make sure you email me. See, let me put the email up here. Here's my email. So make sure you get an email to me and pick out, let me know what color you'd like. Again, it's red, green, black, and blue. The colors to choose from. So anyway, get that done, and we'll go on to our next topic or so. Is anybody needing to get off right now or anything? Everybody good for a little bit longer? Or? There, Dale says he loves his life.
I will do a quick testimonial.
Yeah, you.
I do have the red. I do have the red one. I've had it for roughly about a month now. I've been carrying it every single day, and the edge stays sharp at least through 40 bales cutting twine off of there. So it's been a really good knife so far. That's about the only thing I've really used on it is just the pure knife part of it, and it's got a good positive lockup on it. I've never had it slip or try to come back down across my fingers or anything, and yeah, it's been a good knife. I can't complain. It just works, and the edge stays good. So
all right, well, it's no $300 knife, but it's good. I got one in each console of our vehicle. I got one in my range bag. And it seems like it's not plastic by any means or nothing. So it seems pretty solid, and it comes in handy. So, all righty. Well, so we'll go ahead and get on to this next one. I hoping you guys will be excited about this. I don't know. I was thinking about this. I'm like, why not? This is guns, beer, and therapy. So I think this falls along with a little bit of therapy. So, Chris, who's your favorite superhero?
What was that?
Who is your favorite superhero? And you can't name anybody in the panel.
Oh man, that's a good one.
I mean, we got so many of them out there. I mean,
I'll probably just have to go with the Punisher. When they were running that series on Netflix, I absolutely loved it. I wish they wouldn't have killed that show off. When Disney bought out all the Marvel stuff and everything, they shut that show down. The Deadpool movies are pretty cool too. I kind of like that. I like the Punisher and the Deadpool thing because it was just kind of, I don't know, it's like grimier, grittier type superhero stuff.
A little bit more on the dark side, huh?
Yeah. Spawn, a lot of people probably don't even remember that one from, I don't know if that was
early Spawn.
90s, late 80s, but Spawn was super cool. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. So while we're on this, so like if you could be any of those superheroes, which one would you be?
I don't know. No.
Wonder Woman.
I don't know. Out of those three I just named, I probably have to go with Punisher because Deadpool and Spawn were completely disfigured. So yeah, I'll go with Punisher on that.
Yeah, they didn't have very many dates, did they?
No, you'll probably have a hard time picking up the ladies.
All right, Walter. So, who's your superhero? And
I got to go old school. When I was a kid, man, it was Superman. Superman comics, and I still like Superman. The original TV show with Reeves, George Reeves, Steve Reeves, and I enjoyed those. Those were good old comic books back in the day when you could go down to the corner gas station and buy one for a dime and come home. Yeah, there's your Spawn.
Spawn still in the
Yeah.
package there.
So I'm going to go Superman, and I'd like to be Superman.
All right.
Fly around and be a do-gooder.
Or for your next video, you can just pull your shirt open and see if we got
There
an
you go.
S underneath there. There you go.
I'll build me a phone booth in the garage.
There you go, Chris.
That's pretty cool there.
Original first edition, first issue.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Y'all don't want me to go
Pretty-
grab some of mine.
Oh, you got some good
All
ones.
right. See, I can see Bubba. When we get to him, he's going to have all kinds of them here. All right. So, about you, Mark? What's your superhero, and would you want to be that superhero if you had a choice of being a superhero?
Not really ever been a big comic or superhero fan. I guess I'm gonna pick one. It'll be Harley Quinn.
Harley
She's cool.
Quinn. Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
I thought that was a super
right.
villain.
Well, he's a little of
Take your pick. Take your pick.
She's an anti-hero at this point.
yep.
All right, Mac Man. What would be yours be? Is there a
I got to go with the
A
original Wonder Woman, Linda Carter.
Mhm.
all right?
Oh, that was something special.
Mhm. I remember that. No doubt about that, man.
Most of us probably do. And I suppose if I wanted to be one, it's got to be that guy from Deadpool. He's friggin' hilarious. I really enjoy those films.
All right. We got some great ones out there in the side chat too, man. And so far, man, I've seen so many of them. All right, Bubba. So it looks like this is down your alley, buddy. So what's your favorite? Which one would you be? It might not necessarily be your favorite. You know, you might
Now-
run it.
Now, my favorite is always going to be Punisher, just because unlike Batman, whenever he takes out the villain, they don't come back.
Yeah.
So Punisher, for that reason and that reason alone, is the reason why I like him. But as far as like other superheroes and stuff, man, I gotta say, I've always liked Cable from X-Men. He was always cool. But he wasn't really a hero. He was more like an anti-hero. Same with Deadpool and all that stuff. So, and then Spawn, of course. I'm like on the train with Chris here, to be honest. And Venom, because Venom actually had his own comic series where he was a good guy. He actually fought the Punisher in one of his comic series, and they teamed up. So, Venom's also one of them on the table. But yeah, no. If any hero that I would want to be, and it's nobody in this chat or in the side chat has heard of, his name's Ainz Al Goon, and he was a guy that got transported to another world and ended up having all kinds of magical powers and stuff like that. Can't die, doesn't age, all kinds of other stuff. But yeah, that's who I would want to be. But on the topic of comics, you know, I got the $6 Million Man first issue too. This one's so
my
old.
goodness.
It's got the original Stretch Armstrong. What do you call it? Advertisements.
Yeah. I definitely
Yeah.
remember Stretch Armstrong.
Then we got the supervillain team ups from the I want to say this is 55, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I've got a lot of old comics.
All right. And Info Bros, yeah, I just checked and I do have your address, buddy. So, real quick, you didn't include it in there. Which color would you like? You can type it in the chat there, and I'll write it down, buddy. So, let me know. Ozzy says, does James Bond count? He gets all the ladies.
Yeah.
James Bond has a comic book from Dynamite, so technically,
Oh,
he is-
does he?
That's true. That's true. He does. Even Dark Horse has got
he
comics for James Bond. Sorry, I nerded out there. My bad.
Yeah, I'm resisting
High five,
the urge
sick.
to go back and grab a couple of my boxes. I typically get about, so I had to cut back. I was averaging $160 a week on comic books before I got into shooting, and then I cut that back to like 40 to 50 a week. But I'm a current comic book reader, and I have a ridiculous amount. I think I just have to estimate by the thousands. I've probably got between 13 and 16,000 comic books in one of my.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I got
Ain't that something?
I fill up
Well.
boxes way too often.
So 556 Media says, I tried to buy a Deadpool costume once on eBay. It's 2 sizes too small. I felt embarrassed yet awesome at the same time.
So you ever want to know how I got this ass in these jeans? Oh, pardon my French.
Flash Gordon.
Oh yeah, Flash.
All right. Infro Rose wants a black one. I'll write that down here. Cool. So, anyway, Gary, what would be yours, buddy?
Is he muted? You muted.
Gary,
You muted.
Gary
I
fell
think you're on
asleep
mute,
or he's
buddy.
muted.
Yeah, I think he's muted.
Sorry about that. I might need to
That's
unmute my mic. Okay, let me go through that spiel again. Like I said before, I'm old school, so it kind of be between Batman and Superman, and I was leaning towards Batman because he doesn't really have any superpowers other than being rich. So if you had money, anybody could be Batman, technically. But Superman could fly, and I always wanted to fly. So I'm going to say Superman just because of that alone.
Bugs hitting your teeth at like 300 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus, I need a grill for my teeth. That's
Well,
what
the Iron
they
Man-
were meant for Superman. Grills were meant for Superman. Learned that
Well,
now.
the
It
Iron
flies
Man
through
was
the air
rich
and
and
it
he could
never
fly.
messed his hair up. Did you notice that though? You know, his hair would stay perfect as he was flying through the air.
That's because he's a Dapper Dan man.
No, he makes his own hair gel.
I don't know what he'd do
One
nowadays
Japanese.
because there's no phone booths to change in. He'd be in a mess trying to find a place to change clothes now.
So I wonder if he'd like find one of these phone stores, you know, like an iPhone or Altel or something to change in now since there's no phone booths.
Excuse me, I need to save the world. Can I use your employee bathroom?
You got to be careful what bathroom you go in nowadays too, though. So.
Yeah.
Right.
All righty. So, what would Pat in a bunker? What would you want to be, buddy? Your superhero, your favorite superhero, and like if you could be one also, which one would it be? But sometimes it might necessarily be the same thing, you know.
Well, I'll tell you who my favorite superhero is. He doesn't have any special powers or anything, but and y'all might laugh at this one. I don't know what you think of it, but Wendell Scott is my superhero. And if you don't know who that is, he was a NASCAR driver, the first black NASCAR driver back in the 60s. And that guy, what he had to go through the torture and the trials and the tribulations and everything that man had to go through to get to where he got to was just unbelievable, especially back in the South, the deep South back in those days. And I've watched a lot of documentaries and stuff on him, and the man never got a fair shake, but guess what? He kept fighting forward, and he just kept pounding, and he was like, no, I'm going to be here. I'm going to stand up, and this is what I want to do. I'm going to race. I'm going to race against everybody else. I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm just going to freaking go for it.
Yep.
And that spirit alone, right there, man, you can't. He was a hard man to break, and he never broke. He spent his last dimes and stuff on racing, and that would be my superhero, just because of what he had to go through just to race. And when he did win, they never give him the trophy. They give it to him 2 days later after he won it, because they were afraid they were going to upset everybody in the crowd because a black man won the trophy. And it's like, come on, the damn dude won it fair and square and kicked everybody's ass. And it's just like, it doesn't matter. Yep, sorry.
What you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, but I was getting a little heated up there. But as far as
you're fine.
any super that I could be, well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know on that one. I really don't. There's too many good powers to go around on that, so I'm just going to leave that one be, because mine would probably be a little bit too perverted.
Wait.
Well, I mean, I thought maybe it'd be Batman, because he kind of lived in a bunker, in a bat cave.
I got one more, and this one's for MacMan. John Constantine. Not Keanu Reeves version, the actual John Constantine. Because he was awesome. If nobody knows who that is, watch Justice League Dark. That's he's got the thickest Cockney accent I have ever heard in my life. But I absolutely adored him.
Dude, this is a TV show I'm watching right now. There's Constantine, the Legends.
Oh, they put him in there? Cool.
Yeah. After this show, they moved him over to Legends. So
awesome. But Constantine was hilarious. MacMan, you know who I'm talking about, right?
He's a magician.
I can't think who we got. Oh.
He's like a dark sorcerer. Yeah. He's a badass, pretty much.
Yeah, he is Billy. He really is.
Oh boy. All right. So Chad.
Okay.
Out of all those magazines you got, buddy, can you come up with a favorite there?
No. I've been thinking about this whole time now. This is like literally one of the hardest things. I was good on the first couple questions. Those were like, okay, I know what I want there. So you're going to have to give me a few ground rules. Is this going to be assuming we're in a world where there are other superheroes? Like you're in the comic book world? Or are you the only person on our Earth that is going to have superpowers?
Well, let's just go ahead and we'll take Hello Kitty out of here. You can't be Hello Kitty. You can't pick that one.
No, but okay. So
I don't know, buddy. Just if you got a couple different scenarios, then go ahead and name them.
We'll have to play this out a little. I mean, obviously, Superman and Batman, they're awesome characters. Their current comics are way too woke, but that's DC corporate, not anything to do with the beginnings of the characters. I grew up on really loving the X-Men, so I used to always want to be like Wolverine, or Gambit was one of my favorites. Cable. I have the whole Cable and Deadpool series. I have Deadpool tattooed on my stomach, but that was from like 2002, 2003. So like before any of the movies, nobody knew who Deadpool was, and he was one of my favorite characters back in the 90s and early 2000s. But I'm gonna pull the if you can have 3 wishes and wish for more wishes on this one. I think I'm going to go with Rogue from the X-Men. And I live in a world where I can there are other superheroes, so she can literally touch somebody and absorb their powers. So you could like find a mutant like Morph and absorb his power, and then I could change back into my current body, so I'm not stuck as a woman. I'd probably start there, but then I could go and just take whatever I wanted and be literally anybody. So I think I'm gonna have to go with that one for tonight's exercise.
Someone poke Mark. He's asleep. Aha!
But I actually just started reading. There's a new little mini series that's Rogue and Gambit going through their marriage, and I don't know. I think it would be more fun to be able to steal Flash's powers and Quicksilver. Really, all the mutants are probably the coolest of all of the comic characters, at least to me. Just over the years, they were the first ones that kind of piqued my interest when I was a kid, and I still read them to this day. So, but if you don't remember, Rogue was in the animated series, though, so she's got more control over her powers now, so she can touch people without killing them, pretty much. So I don't necessarily have to kill everybody that I touch. I can just steal their powers. But I couldn't pick just one, so I want to pick somebody that would give me access to everyone. If you give me an out, I'm always going to think of the most beneficial way to solve a problem that works out for me.
Anybody old enough to remember the Commando Cody series in the movie theaters? They're always like 15-minute short serials that you'd get in between 2 John Wayne features or something like that. And this guy was the Sky Marshal of the universe or something. He was kind of a cool character.
Yeah.
Wore a mask.
I would say the ones I remember at the beginning was like the Rocketeer was probably like the first kind of superhero-ish. I want to say that was late 80s, but I mean I was born in 82, so
Commando Cody
like
and the
the Rocketeer.
Copperhead were 2 serial space related kinds of things, and you'd get about one a month, and you saw them in the movie theaters, and this was in the late 50s, early 60s. And you could hardly wait to get back next month on the Saturday afternoon just to see that little 15-minute short that was in between the features. They were pretty fun.
Hong Kong Pooey, man, Travis T. I hadn't heard that in years.
Hong Kong Pooey.
One of my favorites.
Terrific.
But yeah, I agree with that.
Gadget, yeah.
I remember when I was a little kid, I don't remember, it was like one of those late night TVs because we only had like 3 channels, and I think Fox may have been the one that went all night or something. But I seen a movie called Jesse James versus Frankenstein. So, yeah, there's some old ones, comics. But so anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're start wrapping this up here, guys. I know it's getting late for some of you, and so what we're going to do here is I have one more that kind of adds with this, and so as we go around the room, you can give your answer for this, and we'll go ahead and get on out of here. So anyway, so Chris, you want to tell us about what you got coming up and your plans and everything, and then the last topic here is do you prefer Marvel or DC Comics? So,
what do I got coming up? Well, it's going to be a busy few weeks. We're heading to Dead Zero Wednesday morning. Meeting up with Jamie, JH586, and Kyle Lusk, MCK, Jason Stewart, and Gene from Reloading from the Hot Pot, and his girl, Miss Hot Shot. They're all riding down with me. We're all going to be down there at that 1,000-yard range. And then as soon as I get back from there, I'll be heading to NRAM. So I got a lot of videos coming up. And then as far as I got to go with Marvel on that.
All right. Marvel over DC. Yeah, you got some great stuff coming up, Chris. Man, I wish I was able to go down to Dead Zero with you guys. I just had the time and all that. That's going to be a blast. And so I'm hoping you guys, have some great video footage to share with us from down there. So, and your show will actually, G23 is going to be doing your show this Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Reach out to him if you want to go on there with him. I mean,
okay.
Depending on the internet, I'm going to try to get on with you guys, but I'd rather have him keep the show going if I can't. So
you bet. Awesome. We'll be excited to hear from you all. So anyway, thanks, Chris, for coming on. It's always a joy to have you on. If I can't believe there's somebody in the side chat or the panel that's not been to Chris's channel. But if you've not, you're watching this later on, make sure you get over to Chris from 740, check his stuff out, and do yourself a favor and subscribe, because it's some great stuff there, man. No doubt about it. So anyway, Walter, so what you got coming up, buddy? And
I got several
Marvel
projects in the works here. Oh, I'm going to go DC. Sorry,
DC.
We got to go with Superman. so yeah, I'd be a DC guy. That was what I bought and spent my hard-earned lawn mowing money on when I was a kid. It was always the DCs. So, as far as what I got going up on my channel, I got a whole bunch of casting videos for Moldy Mondays come up. I got 7 or 8 of them in the can right now. This Monday is going to be, and these are guys. These are bullet molds that I've had sitting around that for one reason or the other I haven't cast. It might be because I have 2 of them, or it might be one that I just bought because it was too good a price to pass up or something like that. Been sitting around. So this Monday's a Lyman 358-477, a nice semi-wide cutter mold. In fact, I just did the shooting part of it today. So that's going to continue, and I got enough molds there to go for a whole year, doing one a week at least. So that'll carry me for a while. And I got a bunch of lever guns that I don't show off very much, so I'm thinking I'm going to start another series of those with doing a separate casting, loading and shooting the lever guns, and maybe one a month for the next 6-8 months, something like that. So that's what I got going on. And again, I'd have to be a DC guy.
All right, man. Looking forward to the molding Mondays and also the lever guns, man. I'm a big revolver and lever gun fan. There's no doubt about that. Cool. So
I got a safe full of Henrys.
If you've not been to Walter's channel, go check it out and do yourself a favor and subscribe. I mean, some great stuff there. So you're missing it if you're not over there watching what he's putting out, because it's good stuff. And thank you so much.
Thanks so much,
for being on this evening. All
We had
right,
fun
Mark.
tonight, boys.
So what you got coming up, buddy?
Well, I have a little bit of leather work I'm doing. I'm making a special holster for somebody. I'm hoping to get a video up in a day or two of that. And been doing a little bit of reloading. I just put together 20 rounds for the 35 Remington, that rifle I just got last weekend. So we're going to try to take that out. I don't know about tomorrow, but sometime during the week. And hopefully, if not during the week, I got a couple days off toward the end of the week for Easter break. I wish I was going to make it down there to hang out with the fellas at at the range. Just a little too far for me to go. And I got a few other things I'm going to reload for. Got some 32 revolver rounds I've cast up and just powder coated today. I powder coated some 223 rounds. Do a little bit of reloading for that. So just going to stay busy, but not going to wear myself out. And I'm going to go ahead and just sign off after I'm done. It's tomorrow. We're going to try to make it up to the airsoft field, and I'm just about ready to fall asleep. So good night, all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Mark. And guys, go over and check out Mark's channel. Get sub there. I mean, yes, and great content. Does some, I mean, just some of the finest leather work, that you'll ever see. So anyway, appreciate you, Mark, and thank you. And you have a good evening, buddy.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Mac man. So you want to tell us a little bit about what you got coming up? And anyway, also, are you a Marvel or DC comic person?
I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go DC, I think.
DC?
Not a big comic person, but I think I'll go DC.
All right.
And what have I got coming up? Well, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. We've got some friends over from the UK. My son-in-law's brother and girlfriend have come over here for a couple of weeks, and neither of them have ever shot or held a gun before. So
All right.
Tomorrow. And my granddaughter is 7, so she's going to shoot tomorrow for the very first time. So I got a little Savage Rascal, Ruger SR22, and an M&P 22. So she's going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. We're going to try and get her shooting tomorrow.
All right.
I got a bunch. I'm probably going to take 15, 20 guns out tomorrow, ranging from 22 all up the way to the S&W 500. So he wants to shoot the biggest, baddest pistol I've got. So he's in for a shot.
Yeah, just remember, Mac man, one shell at a time, buddy.
That's right. I think I'll put a crash on it because the way that thing flicks, I can just guarantee it's going to hit him in the forehead.
Yeah, you might have to put on a football helmet or something.
Tomorrow, so we're going to go out. I think we're going to be leaving about 6 o'clock and get it in before it gets too hot. And obviously, I got my live stream Monday night, guys. If you want to jump on my live stream, MacMan 039 Reloading, 6 o'clock Arizona, 9 o'clock Eastern, my stream on Monday night. And I got quite a few videos coming up. I got some unboxing videos of stuff I bought. I've been speaking to Walter and CW, and I'm going to start a small series on gas checking some cast bullets. So I'm going to get into gas checking some of my 44 mags, my 300 blackouts, some 357s. Just gonna play about. I've never done it before. I've had some product in. I've had some tools in. So I'll make a few videos on that. So yeah, I got a little bit coming up. So plenty to keep the guys interested. And thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great night tonight. The side chat's been popping. It's been great. And good to meet Chad. It's the first time I've met Chad. I subscribed to him. And I've had a quick look at some of his videos, and they look pretty cool. So I'm going to get some dinner now once we finish here, and I'm going to sit and watch some of his videos.
All right. Well, MacMan, always appreciate you being on here. And if you not went over to MacMan's channel and watch this stuff, you got to get over there. You got to subscribe to him because you're missing out if you don't. He has another person that has a great live that I enjoy watching because I don't load and a lot of these guys load. So it really helps me, learning some stuff, getting some knowledge, so when I do start loading, I kind of have a book there ready, to know what I'm starting off with and all that. And I sure, appreciate all you guys that do that. And, yeah, we had a lot of exchange students, and we got friends now, like their parents and all that stuff from, Europe and different places. So when they come over here, that's one thing on their bucket list. They always want to shoot a gun, and it's always fun. I always make sure that it's a one bullet, one shot type deal, but I always try to put a beer can or a pop can or something down there at some point, because when they shoot it, they get to see it go, and you can see the smiles on their face, and they just get hooked. The same as we all have, And so anyway, appreciate you coming on. And Bubba, before we get to you, I want to jump over to Gary, because the way everything moved around here, I don't want to miss him. So we'll go to Gary and then back to you. So Gary, what you got coming up, buddy? And do you prefer Marvel or DC when it comes to comics?
I guess I'm a DC guy. As far as what I got coming up, let's see. This next week, we will have the Foul Territory again on Friday night. That's at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Sorry about this cat. He just woke
George.
up. But then we'll take a week off, because 2 weeks from this weekend, I will be at the NRA annual meeting out at Indianapolis. So we won't be having a show that weekend because I won't be at home. So other than that, I've got some more knife videos coming up. I got a new gun coming this next week that it's a surprise that some friends of mine had made for me. So it's going to be fun picking it up this next week and seeing exactly what it is. So
that sounds exciting.
We'll definitely have some reviews on that. And of course, I've been working on my Gizzard Gary Reviews channel also. So if you're interested in product reviews, Amazon reviews and stuff, check that out. Other than that, that's about it. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. I appreciate you jumping on, Gary. And the same as everybody else on here, man, if you not been to Gary's channel, go over there, check it out. Do yourself a favor, subscribe. So, some great videos, and then another one that has just a great live show that's always fun. And I wonder if that new gun, Gary's going to have a chicken on it. Think are possibilities?
Knowing the guys who helped put it, who helped ask for it to be designed, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of hijinks going on. I know approximately what it is, but I don't know exactly, what colors, what design, what's on it. It could be anything. Nobody will tell me. So, but it's coming in Monday. So
Monday, huh? Oh man, that's gonna be exciting.
I know it's a pistol. I know it's from Live Free Armory. That's about all I can tell you.
All right. Well, you can't go wrong there, buddy. So, all right. Well, thanks again, Gary, for jumping on. I sure appreciate you getting on tonight. Okay, Bubba, you want to tell us what you got coming up, buddy? And so far, DC is up. I think Chris is the only one that voted Marvel on this, but I have a feeling that the scales might change or balance out here some. So. I think your mic's muted, buddy.
So if we're talking about current Marvel DC, neither. If we're talking about old school, we're going to go with Marvel. But no, in all honesty, it's only by a small margin, and that's only because
it's real close.
So it's not by much. But I'm going to go with Marvel for old school. New stuff, neither one of them is worth a darn. Especially since Marvel got bought by Disney. So,
yeah,
no thanks. What I got coming up? See, I'm on the fence right now. See, so the 5.7 28-inch barrel bolt action that I was going to build is not going to be able to happen, which kind of sucks because I really wanted to see what I could do with that round with a bigger barrel, and it's not going to work out. Having too many feeding issues with it, so I ended up just scrapping that. So we're not doing that, and couldn't get the lockup to tighten up correctly on it, so we just said, nah, never mind. So that's scrapped, but I planned on, I'm either going to buy because I'm buying a competition rifle either way, but I'm either going to buy the competition rifle this week and show it off on the channel, it's just going to be a 22, but it's going to be a bolt action Ruger American. It's got a bull barrel, threaded barrel on it, and we're probably going to put an Arkin scope on it. If I put any scopes on anything for actual competition, it's going to be an Arkin scope.
Cool.
But if I don't do that, I am going to be picking up a Windicator. Is it a Windicator or is it a Vindicator? Because there's two V's in the name. It doesn't say W everywhere I look. But 357 mag revolver. One, because I don't have 357 mag in any of my collections for whatever the reason. And
I love
plus
mine, buddy.
Loading 38 specials, so I wanted something to feed with it. So that's probably what we're going to be doing coming up with that. I got a video I'm going to be doing either tomorrow or Monday before work on the Agilite K19 plate carrier that I just got, and going over some stuff on there because I've been wearing it the past few days and just trying out, lugging it around, see how well it holds up and stuff. It's been doing pretty good, so we're probably going to do a video on that either tomorrow or Monday. That's about it.
Cool. All righty. Well, sure appreciate you being on tonight, Bubba. Again, if you've not been to Bubba's channel, go there and check it out. Some great content, and get subscribed to him because you don't want to miss anything. And before we go on to Pat, Info Bros put a message out there. It says you got an old Winchester Model 21 single shot bolt action 22 long rifle. I think it's known as a Boy Scout trainer. I wonder if it is worth anything. Any knowledge on that, guys?
I want to say it depends on, I think it depends on what year it was made, like what actual year it was made, how good a condition it is in, how many rounds have actually been fired through it. But if you find a collector that's into collecting stuff like that, you could probably get around $5 for it, maybe, but it has to be in a certain condition. That's all I know of it.
Anybody else?
I can't offer anything on it. It's not. I know the firearm. I've seen them, but I couldn't give you a price on what the value is. They're worth something. They're worth more than they were new. If it's particularly if it's an older one and in good shape, like Bubba was saying. But exactly how much you'd have to go find a collector and get it appraised.
It sounds like a pretty neat little rifle to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. Being a Winchester, you can't go wrong, so yeah. All righty. Well, all right, Pat, we'll jump on down to you, buddy. So tell us a little bit about what you got coming up, and do you prefer Marvel or DC Comics?
Well, I just want to say thanks to everybody coming out and hanging out tonight. This has been a lot of fun on a Saturday night, and thank you for letting me stream it over to my channel. And Lord, what usually, anything outdoors is usually what I cover, but I do like a lot of gun stuff. So yeah, if you're wanting some Smith & Wesson or Ruger or some other stuff, yeah, go ahead and come on over to my channel. Do some of that stuff too. But as far as DC versus Marvel, boy, like nowadays, yeah, I'd have to agree with Bubba. It's kind of crap. But back in the day, man, I don't think I could pick. Honestly, I really don't, because it was pretty close. Because I used to read a lot of comics and stuff back when I was a kid, but I would read both. So I really don't have a preference for back then. I think they were both pretty good. So I'd be splitting hairs if I had to pick.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, buddy. Thanks a lot, Pat, for being on here. Always appreciate you. It's always a lot of fun having you on here along with everybody else. Go check out Pat's channel. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything. You got great content over there and a lot of just great stuff. I mean, all around. So make sure you get over there and check it out. And thanks again, Pat. All right, Chad.
Yeah.
Down to you, buddy. So what you got coming up? And so do you prefer Marvel or DC in the comic book world?
All right, we'll get in this. So I'd say coming up, probably be working on another video in my reloading room. Right now I've got a load that I'm planning to work up for my rifle, and kind of going through all the steps on it. Also just added a third workbench. So I'm like, as I'm getting things reorganized and put together and then starting each next step, I'm trying to get it all filmed and turn them into little shorter videos and see where I run up against the YouTube doesn't like this part of it. So far the reloading stuff's doing better than out at the range stuff. So I need to find where their line is and know not to go across it in the future. But that's most likely what'll be coming up next. And then whatever I decide to film out at the range, I try to go out to my spot every weekend on Sundays and Mondays and get some practice in and just see whatever comes up to me. Nothing set in stone right now, but whatever I do, it'll be fun. Had a video that I made last Monday that I posted this morning for April Fools. It's got a good boom in it if you like.
Yeah.
First time playing with a 2-pound jug of Tannerite, and there was really nothing left of the 6 water bottles and a watermelon and a T-shirt. I've got a few shreds of the T-shirt left, but that one's
the grass. There wasn't even any grass there.
No, it blew a big hole. My dad was had to cut out all of this stuff. He was not expecting it to be that big, but I mean. I told him, I was like, you got to hide behind this VTAC wall that I just made. I was like, if it hits that, I can at least replace the plywood, but I don't think I think we're far enough away. But it says, 200 yards, and we were about 60. So at least we were hiding behind walls.
Yeah.
Trying to be a little safe. I don't know, just always out having fun. And then for Marvel and DC, yeah, the current state of affairs is somewhat disappointing. I will say over the last couple of weeks, Marvel has started to realize that they've really gone off in a few wrong directions, and some of the problematic people at the top of the company are getting axed by Disney in all their cutbacks right now. So fingers crossed things will start coming back to the good old days. But currently DC is still a little on the super woke side of things right now. It's like literally almost every single character has to be reimagined as bi or gay or trans instead of just making new characters. I mean, there's I mean, if you like comics, Image is still putting out good stuff, but between Marvel and DC, I'm always going to lean on to Marvel side of things. So that's what got my interest peaked. And that's the main one I still read, but I try to branch out into Image comics and but I still keep up with the main books on most of them. But classics are still always going to outdo the current stuff, at least until things shift back into the other direction. So
yeah.
But
on the movie side, didn't they like do a like a swap over, like where Marvel met DC a time or two? I was
not
thinking
not yet in the actual movies. They might. They've done a couple of crossover comic books. And there is like the Squadron Supreme on Marvel, which is kind of a Marvel take on the Justice League. So you got like Owl, like very similar characters as the core Justice League people, but done in more the Marvel way. Also, like, Marvel will actually get rid of bad guys much more judiciously than DC typically does. The movies, all the Phase 1 movies, Marvel completely demolished DC on all of the movies over the last couple of years. The last, 2 or 3 years haven't been as great, but, the Captain America, Iron Man's, and then the first couple Avengers, they really knocked it off compared to DC. So I don't know. It is also fun. I try to always look at things as each movie or TV show. It's like when a new writer takes over a book, you've got to kind of look at it as this is its own standalone thing with characters, but they're going to be done in a different way. You might not like it. You might like them. But what I'm most looking forward to in the comic world is Mark Miller, who done like the comic that the Wanted movie was based on, the bending bullets and all that, like over fantasized stuff. He's got to deal with Netflix now, and a lot of his characters are supposed to be coming out with like Netflix TV shows, and they actually just had a book out right now called Ambassadors that's kind of combining a bunch of his characters all into like a big crossover. But he goes off into the darker side of things. One of his main characters, Nemesis, is like a complete evil bastard that dresses in white and just right now he's killing all the police in LA is the current storyline. But they're fun. That's like Hitman was a Mark Miller book, or not Hitman. Wow. Wow. Totally. Oh, Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass,
Yeah.
the movie that come out, it was a comic book for Mark Miller, and
Yeah.
then the English spy movie, Secret. I'm totally blanking on all the good.
That's okay, buddy.
But they're up to like 3 or 4 of the movie series now. But that was also
Kingsman?
Mark Miller. No, it's like,
All right.
but always good stuff. So thank you guys for inviting me out, and hope y'all
All
have
right.
the rest of y'all's
Well,
weekend.
Thanks for hopping on. We sure appreciate you. It's good to meet you, Chad, and hopefully you can come back again. Anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this thing up here. Anyway, see, for me, I have, of course, the live every Saturday night. Thank you all for being on here and the side chat. I mean, it's always a blast. I enjoy it so much. As long as we keep having fun, we'll just keep on doing it. Have some more videos coming up with the JXP 10 millimeter. And I just got, actually it's Friday. I just got a brand new rifle. So I'm excited to get some videos started on that. And if you haven't seen my video put out this afternoon, if you get time, jump over and watch that. I'd appreciate it. Tried to have a little fun, and with the April Fools and stuff. So anyway, I sure appreciate you all being here and coming on. And I mean, it's a blast every Saturday night. I just look forward to it. You guys are a lot of fun, and and it wouldn't happen, without all you. That's for sure. So anyway, I just want to tell everybody thank you so much. Remember God, family, and country, and make somebody's day better. Just a little thing, go out of your way. It's not that hard to do to put a smile on somebody's face. I mean, tell them one of your silly dad jokes, anything, you know. Anyway, they'll appreciate it. Make their day better. And if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you again. Say good night, everybody.